Good morning. Today is Sunday, May 24th, and I'm Vimala Bhikkhuni, and coming to you from my little living room. And I'm hoping all of you, whether you connected to Blue Lotus or not, who are sitting with me today, or hope you're having a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, and I hope you're doing it safely and responsibly and thinking of yourself and other people. Remember, the pandemic is still with us, so be careful, be safe. I think I've been thinking about the pandemic and thinking this period in our life seems stressful and difficult, but in fact, this is real life. This is how things are all over the world, and we have to deal with this, I think, not like it's some little blip in our typical world, not something where we're just eager to get back to things as normal, but we have to recognize this is a condition of the world, and our look at reality needs to be, we need to have our eyes wide open. We live in a changing, shifting world. It's always been that way. Things never stay the same. So just hope today you're feeling very optimistic about change and optimistic about what's to come. We can have difficult moments or it can sweep over us, but stay steady with the fact that we know this is how the world really is. Constant change, everything's impermanent. There's always pain and suffering going on until we realize that this is the way the world is. And so we learn that everything about this world is about how we deal with it within, how we transform our suffering into actually understanding the nature of reality and then working with that. So we're not surprised when things seem to hit us and we feel like we can't recover. We need to understand that those things hitting us have been with the world as far as the world has been here. And this is our opportunity as humans to really work with this concept, to not just be doing things from instinct, but to be doing things from our well-developed brain and using our hearts and our minds together to see how to make the most of this world and live in this world, but be realistic. So things are going to be different, and I think we should embrace that, as this is how the world is. We're experiencing things we may never have thought we'd experience in our lifetime. So I think we all need to breathe and be willing to make these changes as we need to make them, and not fight them, but figure out ways to be creative and work with them, and at the same time doing no harm to yourself, no harm to others. That's the most important rule in life, and I think that's embraced by all spiritual teachings and all life teachings. Do no harm. So let's all live in this world together, and let's face it with lifted spirits, with a good attitude. This isn't some weird thing happening to us. It's not about us. It's not about any of us. Why is this happening to me? All right? This is happening. This is how the world works. So it's our opportunity to see how we deal with the things coming up. Be creative. Be kind. So I think, onto a lighter note, I've been hearing about how people are judging people who seem to have been to the beauty shop or had a haircut, and judging them because that's not an essential business, and people need to just go with whatever they've got. And I just wanted you to know, if you've been watching me, you'll notice I have a new haircut. But I didn't leave my home to get my haircut. I did it myself. I had the equipment. So no harm done. I didn't violate any of the social distancing rules. So today is going to be a beautiful day here in Crystal Lake. We're going to have more warmth than we've had probably, I don't know, maybe in a year. And maybe less than a year, I'm exaggerating. But it's beautiful. We might have rain, but right now, right at this moment, it's lovely. So before you get on with your gardening or whatever activities you plan for this beautiful day, let's sit for a little bit and start our day being mindful and being present. Okay, so let's close our eyes. Or if you're in a beautiful setting and you want to just gaze into the out into the beautiful day or rainy day, wherever you are, let your eyes be gazing down a little bit, and you can have them kind of at half-mast. So you're just gazing, you're not getting caught up in individual little things in your vision. Just begin to breathe. And just be aware of your body breathing. Doesn't take any effort on your part. The only effort these days that I'm recommending is that you allow your breath to go deeper beyond the top of your lungs, down into your belly. You can put your hands on your belly and feel the rise and the fall. Belly rises as you inhale, and as you exhale, you feel it contracting in. That's a really good practice for all of us these days. One way we can develop more skillful behavior and thoughts, one of the ways we can purify our minds, is to be very aware of what is good and what feels good, what makes your body feel better and stronger and more calm. And focus on that. Let go of when you're feeling not calm, not strong, not good. And focus on the good feelings. Be aware of the good. So meditation is a beautiful way to work with this. Let your focus be on how good it feels to stop, to slow down, to take this time to become calmer and more mindful, more aware, more attentive. Just observing your breath. Be aware of how wonderful it feels. So when you're going about your day and something happens and you suddenly feel constricted and tight and maybe nervous or agitated, remember how good it feels to sit, to be quiet, to be with yourself for a bit. Let that guide you to do that. Just take that break and sit with yourself. And let that desire for that good feeling overcome that feeling of fear or lethargy or anger. Remember how good it feels when you come back and spend silent time with yourself, just being with your breath. So be aware right now how it feels. Do you feel your body calming down? Falling into rhythm with your breath. Letting everything rise and fall. Letting your thoughts, let them rise up. But then just be aware of how they can fall away when you're not focusing your attention on every little thought. Let your attention be on your breath. Come back into your body, be present. Being present is how we are awake. Remember, the Buddha said he was the awakened one. Feel your body waking up from your head to your toes. Scan through your body, move through your body, just feeling how awake you are. In the places that don't feel awake, let your breath linger there for a second and just imagine you're inhaling right into that spot. When you finish scanning through your body, just stay with your breath. Let your thoughts come and go. When we begin to wake up, we don't need to hang on to any kind of fear. We can begin to let that go. Don't try to force it, but realize that you don't need to keep hanging on to fear. We can see things more clearly. We begin to have insight into the world and into ourselves. And the process leads us to fearlessness, not fear. When we see things clearly, then we can begin to learn how to work with them, how to deal with them. When we aren't seeing things clearly, we don't have the right information. We're still dealing with just delusion. Now send yourself beautiful thoughts. May I be well. May I feel safe. May I be content. May I find joy in small things, in moments, in seconds. In caring, in reaching out, in helping, and supporting. And may I be at peace. And keep radiating these same thoughts out to your loved ones with you, and those who are far away, and the ones who are close but you're unable to be with right now. Send out these same blessings. May my loved ones all be well. May they feel safe wherever they are. And may they be practicing safety for themselves and for all others. May they be content. May they be finding joy and not missing it when it comes upon them. May they all be living in peace. Now just keep radiating out to strangers, out to difficult people, out to people in other countries whose suffering is so much greater than ours. Just because people may not have places to live, or they're dealing with flooding or wars or starvation. People who are homeless and still going through suffering of disease, not having money because they've lost the jobs that they've had. Let this feeling of goodwill radiate out to everyone and every being, every creature, every being we can see and the ones we cannot see, the animals we love and the animals that we don't even know exist. Remember, as we begin to practice loving kindness, friendliness, and goodwill, it's an infinite quality. So we have to even get out of our own way. We will begin to feel it towards all living beings. No holdouts. You will be able to love your enemy. Which will just allow your heart to be bigger and more inclusive. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes, free from fear and worry and anxiety. May all beings be free from hunger and thirst and the extremes of the weather. May all beings be able to care for themselves, care for those they love. And may all beings be able to live in peace. Thank you. Celebrate those who we celebrate on Memorial Day, and many of our good friends are celebrating the end of special holidays. Eid, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. Celebrate your loved ones who you've lost, and celebrate your loved ones who are still with you. And just thank you once again for helping me join you during this time away from you. Thank you.